Reviews on films. Please welcome your host, Daniel Razak.
Welcome to Reviews on Films. I'm your host, Daniel Isaac. You're all looking very lovely this evening, and for your viewers at home, prepare for one hell of a show. Tonight we've got some special guests coming in to review and talk about the most magnificent film, The Phantom Menace, the first chapter in the Star Wars saga. But first, we'll give you a few film and TV updates. First off, Game of Thrones, the most beloved TV show by HBO, has been cancelled, apparently killing Jon Snow, Daenerys, and Tyrion Lannister in the single one episode. It's too much for fans to handle. The show being cancelled has given fans a reason to commit suicide, and many fans are jumping off the building and dying. Blood splattered everywhere. Next update is Back to the Future Part 4 is now in development with Tim Burton at the helm. Helena Bonham Carter is confirmed to play Doc Emmett Brown with Johnny Depp as Marty McFly. And lastly, Jaws 5 is finally into development, with the shark actually coming on land and killing innocent people and children. And that's coming out in 2015. So we'll go to an ad break right now, and then up next we have Brandon Marlum coming in to talk to us about The Phantom Menace. You viewers stay there at home, and we'll be right back.
Stop Judith. She's unleashed havoc. Our nation's borders are open to attack, Guile. I came back to help you stop the fire and repair this damn country.
Welcome back. We're here with Brandon Marlum, who's going to talk to us today about the magnificent film, The Phantom Menace. How are you today, Brandon?
I'm good, Daniel. Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, it's a privilege to have you here, Brandon. So, how's your day been so far?
It's been really good. I'm just glad I'm here to talk about my favourite movie, Star Wars Episode 1,
Oh, perfect.
Phantom Menace.
Perfect. So, what are your thoughts on The Phantom Menace?
I loved it. Like, I could not put words, which I'm about to do, into how much I love Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Oh, mate, that is perfect. So what would you say you loved about the movie?
I loved everything, but I loved everything.
Everything?
Like, everything. It's just the greatest movie I've ever seen in my entire lifetime.
It's so brilliantly acted, and the cinematography is beautiful. Would you say it's the best of the Star Wars films?
Yeah, I would gladly. I don't think they need the other three.
Don't need the other three?
I think
I
George Lucas could live off Star Wars Episode 1 because that's all he needs.
I think all the fans will agree with that statement right there. So, with the Oscars in 1999, would you say that The Phantom Menace really deserved Best Picture? And why do you think it didn't win Best Picture, actually?
I think it didn't win Best Picture due to the fact that it wasn't a picture. It was a story. And it got to everyone's hearts. And that's why he didn't win. They actually made a new category for Best Story, and it won.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. So, with The Phantom Menace, would there be anything you would change in the film? Because there are a lot of people out there, the minority, that actually don't like The Phantom Menace, if you find that hard to believe. But what's something you would change, if anything at all?
I think it needs more CGI.
More CGI?
More CGI. I think they were in the middle with people, but I think more CGI the better.
That is perfect. So, see, the CGI, more CGI would just enhance the story, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, instead of getting these, these extras, you could just green screen them all.
Perfect. I think you should talk to Mr. Lucas after this. He's got some pretty bright ideas.
Money as well.
Oh, he will be saving money, actually. So, are you happy that The Phantom Menace is the best of the entire Star Wars saga?
I am. I would bet my life savings that it is the greatest Star Wars movie ever created.
Perfect. So, with the additional character Jar Jar Binks in The Phantom Menace, he plays a very, very amazing role and he's very well acted. What are your thoughts on Jar Jar Binks?
See, I love Jar Jar Binks, due to the fact that he's a minority. And his race, the Gungans, are a minority. And he is played by a minority.
Yep.
Yet, with all those minorities put together, he becomes the majority of the entire film.
Perfect, perfect. So what are your first memories of seeing The Phantom Menace in theatres?
I was there at the midnight launch with my whole family.
Perfect.
Front row. Just everyone's with their lightsabers.
Oh, did you have your lightsaber?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, what colour was it?
Green.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. So, what would you rate The Phantom Menace out of 10?
I would have to give it 11.
11?
Yeah,
Whoa.
I would take the other 3 movies, make them into a single point, and then give it onto the episode 1.
Oh, that is perfect. You've really pushed the boundaries there, Brandon.
Just like George Lucas with episode 1.
He amazed everyone, I think, with their storyline and everything. Well, it's been a pleasure having you here, Brandon.
Thanks for having me, Daniel.
Oh, thanks for being on the show, and we enjoyed having you on the show. We're about to take a quick short break, but we'll be right back. And don't you go anywhere. Next up, we're going to talk to George Lucas.
How are you holding up? Same as ever. You're innocent, Derek. Are you seriously just gonna sit there and rot in prison? Marcus died because of me, Brad. His blood is on my hands.
No, sir, he still says he wants to be there. Says it's his fault for everything that happened.
None of us your folk. You put it away.
Good reason, arsehole.
Did you tell him, though, about Jacobs?
No, sir, I thought it would be best to leave it out until we learn more about what Jacobs is doing.
Just get out of here, Brad. I don't want to hear any more of this.
My name is Henry Jacobs, and I believe you are looking for me.
Plain and simple. I find you, I kill you.
We're here now with the magnificent, most best creative filmmaker of all time, Mr. George Lucas.
Thank you.
Mr. Lucas, it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Pleasure to be here.
We've been trying to get you for many months now. It's good to finally have you on the show.
Yeah, well, I was, busy being rich. Doing rich things,
Must be great to be rich.
It's not bad. It's not a bad thing, Daniel. It's not a bad thing.
Perfect. Well, we're about going to talk about your most famous film right now, The Phantom Menace, the best,
Phantom Menace.
most amazing film you've ever made.
Thank you. Thank you. I try.
So,
I do try.
What were your inspirations for making The Phantom Menace?
Inspirations. Well, I felt like, with the first trilogy, we'd told the story and the ending, and we'd covered all the bases of good versus evil, and I felt like we had to come back and tell the beginning. We had to really see where these characters came from and, develop them and find out, what made them tick, if you will.
Very, very interesting.
Thank you.
So, with the original trilogy, you had the clear story of good versus evil over the course of the 3 films. With The Phantom Menace, you changed the story. It wasn't really good versus evil, it was more politics and Jar Jar Binks and lightsaber choreography. It was just brilliant. How did you come up with such a good story for The Phantom Menace?
Well, I mean, it all comes down to my creative process, which is first I rub myself head to toe with money, just for a solid half an hour.
Yeah.
Just all over, exfoliating with money. And then I take a long, deep bubble bath. And I thought to myself while I was there, and I saw in the bubbles, and I was like, we haven't really told the story of the politics and, how these people have, created this universe and how they run it and how they do it. And, we haven't really seen where the Jedi's place are within that politics. So I wanted to explore that. And, with the lightsaber choreographies, everyone loves a good lightsaber battle.
Of course,
who
of course.
doesn't? And Jar Jar Binks, well, do I really need to say it?
I don't even know why I asked.
I don't think I do.
I have no idea why I asked. So, with the cast of The Phantom Menace, you had some great leading roles like Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon Jinn, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and of course Natalie Portman as Queen Amidala. So, why did you go with those choices for those actors?
Well, I'd seen Liam Neeson in other things, and I saw his quality of acting and felt that he had a a quiet confidence about him. Excuse me. Sometimes the awesome just builds up.
Absolutely right.
And There it goes again.
It's understandable. It's understandable. You're a creative genius.
I wish I had $100 of it right in my mouth. But I don't. It's in my bank, which is really big.
Gotta be
but
safe.
anyway, yeah, I felt that he had the quiet confidence of a mentor, and Ewan McGregor was really great at yelling things. I mean, it was minimal spittle when he yelled, which is what I really wanted. I want him to be able to really push that boundary of yelling. And Natalie Portman she's smoking hot.
Of course.
She's smoking hot. And I just wanted to be around that and see where we could go from there, you know, because this.
Oh, obviously.
So,
obviously.
Yeah.
So with The Phantom Menace, do you think it's the best of your Star Wars films?
Oh, easily, yeah. I feel like I've hit a peak. I mean, with the others, you know, I was called a master of cinema, and you know, a young Spielberg, and you know, a film genius, and you know, all these titles were thrown around. You know, Jesus of film and whatnot. But I felt like, you know, I could really push myself, and I feel like I hit it. I hit that note that I wanted to.
Yeah. So there's nothing you'd change with The Phantom Menace, or is
no?
nothing?
If anything, I'd make it longer.
Make it longer.
Yeah, well, actually, like your friend Brendan said before, making a full movie. Just Phantom Menace. That sounds fantastic.
That does sound fantastic.
I may put that in the works.
Oh, so you would film additional scenes for that and more politics?
No, I would just repeat it.
Oh.
Over and over.
So the same scenes over again.
Yeah, every scene 3 times.
That's genius. How do you come up with such things?
It happens, you know. It just.
Oh my gosh.
Up here, you know. Sometimes it's this.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So if you could go back in time, would you choose to completely destroy the original trilogy just to make The Phantom Menace the only Star Wars film?
I probably wouldn't destroy them, but I'd rename them something else so that they weren't associated as much. Like I'd call them, I don't know, off the top of my head, Star Battle.
Yeah.
You know, just because.
Obviously.
Battle of Stars? No, I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, probably just so that they didn't take away from the brilliance that is The Phantom Menace.
Yeah. So you've got an upcoming film, Star Wars Episode 7, The Ancient Fear.
Number 7, yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any exclusive scenes or previews?
I may have cut together something for you. Just a little treat.
Little treat.
Just a little insight into my mind. You know?
Brilliant, brilliant. Let's take a look at that scene right now. Mr. Lucas, you've just once again exceeded your creative boundaries. How did you come up with such a brilliant scene?
Well, I mean, it's all about thinking what hasn't been done before. You know, it's not so much what the viewer wants to see, it's what they need to see. And I'm going to show that to them. Like, I mean, we've covered all the bases before, but, you know, we're pushing the boundaries now.
So, of course, that was an exclusive scene from Star Wars 7.
Yeah.
Would that be the final product?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
So that's actually going to be in the movie?
Yeah, that's final cut.
Brilliant, brilliant. Yeah. That is absolutely amazing. So, with a new upcoming Star Wars, you're directing it, of course. They fired Abrams, so they brought you in and...
Abrams. Star Trek.
Oh, screw that, man. Screw that.
Piffle.
So, you're directing it, of course.
Yeah.
You're executive producer.
Of course.
And you're the writer.
Yeah.
And now you're the editor as well.
Yep.
So, how are you coping with that?
Well, I was going to do the cables as well, but I felt like I had to give someone else a job.
Of course.
You know? But, you know, it's something that I feel like, you know, if you're going to do something, do it yourself.
Yeah.
Because everyone else is an idiot. So, you know, I mean, I've got to.
Yeah.
Because everyone else will ruin my film.
Yeah, yeah. You are the Star Wars
genius. Has to come through.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be you.
Thank you.
So, of course, Jar Jar Binks was the most inspirational and emotionally attached character in A Phantom Menace. Kids around the world love him, and he's the most beloved character by adults as well. So, is there any chance we'll get to see Jar Jar in Episode 7?
Oh, I don't know. Will we see Jar Jar? Oh, I think we will. Jar Jar's going to be there.
He's going to be there?
He's going to be even bigger than he was before.
So how large of a role is he actually going to have?
He is, I don't want to give too much away, but he's going to be the main character.
The main character?
Main character.
Ooh. Sounds like episode 7 is going to be intense.
The main character.
The main character.
Yeah.
So
everyone else we're kind of just pushing into the background. Jar Jar. If I could rename it Jar Jar's story, I probably would. In fact, I might.
You might.
Star Wars, The Tale of Jar Jar.
I think you might have just excited a lot of fans right now.
I mean, I do what I can.
You do it.
I
You
give
do
the people what they want.
You give us enough, and then you just give us more. You're just that bit more special, Mr. Lucas.
I'm like a male Mother Teresa.
Oh, male
camera.
Mother Teresa. Beautiful, beautiful. So, do we have any chance of seeing the Ewoks again as well?
No, I hate those little fairy bastards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like they distract from the cuteness that is Jar Jar.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they're okay, and, you know, when I have a party at home, I dress my butlers up
Yep.
as
Yep.
Ewoks, and sometimes I kick them. But, you know, probably not.
Probably not.
No.
Okay. Any chance of seeing a lightsaber wielding Jar Jar Binks?
Oh, of course. He'll have 7.
7 lightsabers.
7 lightsabers.
How we go about that? Like, how will he
I
hold
don't want to
them?
give too much away.
Spoilers?
Let's just say his ears are not just for listening.
Oh. Well, I think you've captivated everyone around the
Yeah.
world with that one statement. You've really amazed us. You've really amazed us.
That's what I
So,
do.
with the upcoming Star Wars 7, are you putting in your best to make it the best film you possibly can? Like, I know the Phantom Menace is obviously the best Star Wars, but
Yep.
do you think there's any chance Star Wars 7 could beat it?
Well, I mean, a lot of people said that when you know, the final trilogy was finished, I mean, how was he going to top that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's cinematic genius, it's brilliance. He's amazing. He's good looking. He looks into my eyes and he sees my soul. You know, that kind of stuff.
yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, I didn't think I could do better, and then I did Phantom Menace. So, you know,
I think you surprised
who
fans
knows?
everywhere.
I'm getting smarter every day.
Mr. Lucas, you sure are. Oh, we're going to take a quick break at this moment. We'll be right back with a new guest, Andrew Kelso, who's going to talk about the reasons why he hates Phantom Menace. Andrew hates it. Yep.
Yeah.
We'll be right back, and don't you go anywhere.
It's okay, Doctor. I know. It's my time.
Does he die? No, I can't tell you that. You don't need to. Your eyes tell me everything.
Gregson.
I'm so sorry. I love you, mate.
This isn't it, is it?
I don't know, Gregson. Warning. LV-46 on red alert. This has to happen. Now go! Gregson, now is not the time. If I tell you to do something, you do it. We cannot be here, okay? Not now, not ever. The last of the Time Lords, this will not ever happen! Exterminate! This could be the day you die.
And we're back. If you're tuning in for the first time, here we have the masterpiece of film, George Lucas. He's enjoying some Jar Jar time there.
I actually just came up with a new scene just now for number 7. I don't want to say anything, but
Of course.
romantic attachments. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh, romantic attachments. And we have Andrew
Hello.
Kelso. Welcome, Andrew. Supposed to say welcome, even though it's not good to have you here.
Hey.
So, Andrew, brace for this, George. Andrew, you don't like the Phantom Menace, do you?
No.
Care to tell us? Care to tell George why?
It was just horrible. It didn't say anything about the films. It didn't bring on any new characters. It didn't expand on anything in the universe.
It didn't bring on any
That-
new characters. Did
it-
you watch the film?
It didn't expand
pretty
on the
much
universe.
entirely
It didn't
new
expand
characters.
any information on the universe that we needed to know.
There are very few characters from the last trilogy in Phantom Menace.
But we didn't need to know who they were, and we didn't need to know anything about the Phantom Menace. That entire movie could never be made, and everything still would.
No, I think we needed to know everything about it. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I
What,
feel
what,
like you
part,
do not
what
understand
parts
the
of the
film.
universe did it expand on that we
Oh,
really
okay.
needed to know about?
We found out how Anakin came into the Jedi Order.
No
Thank you,
one
Mr.
really
Lucas.
cares.
Well, why wouldn't you care? He's a central character.
He's Darth Vader.
Yeah, but
Spoiler. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert.
why would we need to know where he came from?
Because
Anakin's
you have
dead,
to
Darth
understand
Vader's
the
there.
establishment of how he became Darth Vader and his tie into the entire universe and his relationship with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You could the next two movies were fine. This one, it was just like, here's some dumb kid who can drive pod races. That doesn't help
It
at
was
all.
showing that his reflexes were at a Jedi capability, that his
Yeah.
metachlorian level was so off the charts.
Yeah, it was
They could
it
have
was
done that in the
establishing
next
him.
movie. They could have said, oh yeah, he was the best pod racer on wherever the frick he was.
Yes, but George wanted
They could've.
for us to see that. He
I wanted you
created a
to
beautiful
empathise with
film
Anakin.
and scene.
Empathize.
There we go.
Yes. I wanted you to become attached to Anakin so that when I took it away and made him Darth Vader, you would cry.
Didn't cry. I actually wanted him to die in that first movie.
That was a horrible thing to say. He's
Horrible.
a sweet little kid, the guy who played him. I don't remember his name because it's not important to me, but you should remember.
Really? I should.
You should.
Maybe you should.
Blinks the Sasso.
Wow, that's just the stupidest character.
No, what? Excuse me? How can you hate Jar Jar Binks? He's the definitive Star Wars
He is
character.
a pointless character.
How's he pointless?
He has no point in the films.
He is the hero of the tale.
The
Yes.
hero of the tale.
The hero of the tale.
I'm pretty sure that's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Most people didn't realize I wrote the entire thing about him.
Really?
Subtle hints throughout the entire
I
thing.
understood that, George.
Really?
Thank
I
you.
understood.
Thank you, Dad.
Wow.
You get me.
Yes.
That's fine. Later I'll
Don't-
give you some money.
Do
Thank
you guys
you.
want to run away together or something?
We could go to my private island because I have one.
Oh, yeah?
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Do you have a private island?
No,
No, because your opinion doesn't matter.
but I didn't suck Disney's
People
dick
pay
for it.
billions of dollars for my opinion and
Really?
my stories. No one cares about yours.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure.
No.
Have you got a check that says thanks for your opinion? Because
No.
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what it
I wipe
literally
my ass
says?
with it because it means that little to me.
All right.
All right, Andrew, if there is anything, you think Phantom Menace is crap,
Hmm.
what would you do to change it? You have the amazing Jewel of Fate's lightsaber duel, you have Jar Jar Binks, the Gungans, the battles, the blasters, everything.
That end fight scene was pointless. They could have swung their lightsabers and not hit each other. Darth Maul could have stood still and Qui-Gon Jinn would have been flinging his bloody lightsaber around and would not have hit him.
Are you kidding
It goes
me?
vice
Clearly don't
versa.
understand lightsaber
There-
choreography and
there,
fighting.
there was a point there where Qui-Gon Jinn could have clearly killed Darth Maul, but he went, "Nah, I'm going to be a dick and let him have some time."
When could he have killed
Do
Darth
tell.
Maul?
It was like 3 minutes in.
When? Give us a pure example.
Pretty sure
A
3
pure
minutes in,
example.
he was still trapped behind the laser fields.
Exactly, exactly.
That was
George,
2
no.
minutes in. You don't even know your own film.
Oh, I know my own film.
Are you sure?
I don't think you know my
100% sure you know your own film.
film. Yes.
Yeah?
It came from here.
Then why'd you go and ruin them all?
I didn't ruin them, I made
did.
them better.
You ruined the original trilogy, which were the only good films that you've actually produced.
How?
I
How
feel
do you
like you're
ruin
playing a practical joke on me and you've just
Yeah,
brought in like
I'm
a trained monkey to
I
talk.
wish.
A trained
I
Because
wish.
clearly
You're
this
calling
guy
me a
isn't human.
trained monkey.
Because a human would understand the concepts
Alright,
that I was
alright.
trying to bring across.
Your
If
concepts.
he ruined the original,
Star Wars. That's the only kind of concept you're trying to bring across.
It's a war in the stars.
Yeah, exactly.
And
What more do you
that's
want?
how is that? Star Trek it was around before that.
Andrew, may I
Don't
ask
bring
you?
that piece of crap up to me.
How did he ruin the original trilogy? I mean,
Do tell.
he further enhanced it. How did he ruin it?
When he made it to Blu-ray, he added all those stupid video enhancements and that stupid crap. He ruined old characters and old scenes.
But the Rock they added in front of R2D2.
I don't.
If he hadn't add that in, if he didn't add that in, I wouldn't understand the story of Star Wars.
Really?
I watched the original trilogy, didn't
mentally
understand it at all.
retarded.
George added in that Rock, Star Wars was clear to
You
me.
guys are like the 1%.
I finally
You're
understood
just
it.
Retards. You don't.
How would I be the 1%? I'm George Lucas.
Yeah.
I made it.
He's cinematic genius.
You made the entire thing yourself.
Cinematic pretty much.
Cinematic genius.
I'm not gonna lie.
Were you the
did a lot.
DOP?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Are you sure?
I gave credit to someone else, but I did the work.
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel, George, that Andrew's hating on the Phantom Menace?
It really doesn't faze me because, I mean, if I really want to, I could buy you.
You could buy me?
Yes.
No, you couldn't.
I can buy your soul.
Buying people's illegal in most countries.
Illegal.
Not for
That's
George.
for non-celebrities, illegal.
Sure. You call
No
yourself a
such thing.
celebrity.
I
I
am
call
a
you a
celebrity.
wash-up.
A wash-up.
A wash-up.
Oh.
Who's releasing
I wash
this number
myself
7
with $100 bills. So
that you suck
I
Disney's
wash
dick
up
for.
really well. Yeah.
Did you give Disney a courtesy call afterwards?
I'm sorry. All I heard was monkey noises.
Sure. Whatever.
That's fine. It's.
You're just a disgrace to your own name. Sold out.
I can't be disgraced.
You're a
to my own name.
sellout.
George Lucas isn't a disgrace to anybody.
You're just a sellout.
I'm not a
Yeah.
sellout.
How's he a sellout?
He sold everything to Disney.
Yeah, but then Disney scrapped. No, settle down.
Sold it all
Calm
to
your
Disney.
farm, mate.
Billions of
Then they got rid of
dollars.
Abrams, and they.
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
Piece of crap.
Pick it up.
No. You pick it up.
I'll give you $1,000 to pick it up.
Why would I need
I'll give you $1
$1,000?
million to pick
Why
it up.
do I want dirty
I'll
money?
give you $1 billion to pick it up. You know
That's-
why? Because I can!
It's like taking money from a prostitute. Just
Well done.
Thank you.
You're an inspiration to us all.
an
So-
inspiration to us all.
Yes, so
It's a
you're
piece of filth. Yeah. It's a sellout.
just going to ignore what you said there about cinematic genius. So you're not looking forward to episode 7, are you?
No,
Why not?
I'm dreading it because it's going to be even more crap to ruin the franchise.
Oh, I don't think you could ruin the
I'm
franchise.
going to make sure that you're banned from every cinema in the world.
It's going to
never see
ruin
it.
the original
You'll
trilogy.
never
You will
see.
never see a movie ever again.
Are you
Never.
sure about that?
Oh, I am.
Never ever.
Yeah.
How are you going to do that?
I'm George Lucas.
You can do
You don't
anything.
actually hold that much power. No one
Anything.
actually knows who you are.
Everyone knows.
No.
who I am. Everyone.
Everyone knows who Spielberg
There are
is.
small
not
children
you.
in Africa who don't even know what a television is. They know who I am.
Are you sure you're not getting yourself confused with Spielberg because he's
No.
actually a real director
No.
and a
No.
real inspiration?
Spielberg polished my boots yesterday
Really?
because I asked him to.
He polished your boots.
He polished my boots.
Well, George, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you
Thank you,
on the
Daniel.
show.
It's been a pleasure to be here with you.
You're a true inspiration to us, George, and all those young filmmakers out there.
Thank you.
Andrew, go fuck yourself.
Why did you even invite me if you're just gonna be rude?
Because
No one did.
You're not a
invite
very
me.
good host, are you?
No one
Exactly.
invited you.
we hope you enjoyed the show. That's us for tonight. Stay tuned next week where we get an exclusive interview with Mr. Steven Spielberg. Hope you had a
That's
fun
real
night.
Director.
See you later.